Welcome to Village in Motion. It is June the 29th, and this is Thursday. Folks, only one more day before we head for the weekend. It's a long weekend. The 4th of July is coming up, and I hope that you guys are planning a very safe 4th of July. But this morning, before we start talking about 4th of July, we have two people in the studio with us who are from PNC Bank. And the very first one is Daniel Wilkinson, yes, who is the wealth manager for PNC Bank, and we are very glad to have Daniel with us.
I am very happy to be here. You're not Bob Zykowitz.
No, I'm not Bob Zykowitz, and that's who you had the last time you were on, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm Clint Lambert, and I've seen you around, and I've heard about you, and I've heard that you give a lot of advice and everything.
I do, yeah. You know, the last time I was on here, I had a few other colleagues from our wealth management division at PNC, Max Barger and John Lockhart. We put on a seminar back in April, so thank you, residents, for showing up. It was a great turnout, and I sincerely hope that you enjoyed it and you took a lot away from it. But the reason I'm here today is, to introduce another colleague of mine.
Okay.
His name's Nathan Potter. He is an investment advisor in our wealth management division as well. So really, what Nathan does is he works with our clients to ensure that their investment goals are being reached through customized and tailored portfolio solutions that Nathan performs.
Well, welcome, Nathan. We're glad to have you on the show this morning, and glad to have you with us.
Yes.
Well, if we typically say welcome aboard.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Very good. How long have you been with the company?
I've been with PNC for the last 7 years, since 2010.
And is this your first time at Green Spring, or?
I've come a few times. I work closely with John Lockhart, who was here giving the seminar a few months back. So I'm in the same role as him. I joined for that day more as a spectator than a presenter, but like to come out with Daniel when I get the invite.
Great. And your background is in investment?
Investments, economics. I studied economics. Those two concepts go hand in hand. A lot of investment returns have matched with the economic cycle, so it's good to have an understanding there.
Yeah, that kind of helps, right?
It does help. It does help.
Have you always been with PNC? Have you been with other investment companies, Merrill Lynch or Wells Fargo, any of those things?
Yeah, I was with Alliance Bernstein. So they predominantly manage institutional money, so pension funds, insurance companies. But I was on the private client group there, so working with high net worth individuals and families.
So you came here to kind of take a step down or bring us up to that level?
Bring everybody up to that level. That's exactly what we want to do.
Okay, very good. What can we as residents do to get to see you guys or talk with you guys to learn about investments?
Yeah, I'm so happy that you brought that up, Clint. In fact, July 18th at our Town Center branch from 1 to 4, we're going to have an investment review day. So for our clients that really fit our wealth management profile, those clients that have close to $1 million or more in investable assets, it's really where our division comes into play. We're the trust division of the bank, so Nathan and I are fiduciaries. Nathan is he's not incented by commissions, by selling you products or stocks or anything like that. He's a salaried employee. So really what we do is we make sure we're acting in the best interest of our clients at all times. So we're putting the residents' interests before that of the bank. So Nathan and I would love to sit down with every client that's interested, see if there's anything we could be improving within their portfolio, or if they're just interested in some free advice.
Okay. So July 18th?
July 18th, it's a Tuesday, and from 1 to 4 in our Town Center location.
Okay. So here at Green Spring, we have two locations. You have two locations.
We do. Okay. So we have the Hunters Crossing location, as well as the Town Center location. But we're happy to go to any conference room on the facility, on the campus. We have many clients that live here that we often go to their homes, take them out to lunch from time to time. It's really whatever's most convenient for them.
Okay. With the July 18th that you're talking about, inviting everybody over, I'm assuming it's a 1-to-1?
It would be a 1-to-1. So what we would ask would be just bring complete investment statements that you have, bank statements as well. So Nathan and I could just do a deep dive and take a look at what we think we can improve. Maybe there's some opportunities for better performance. Maybe there are opportunities to gain more income. But really it's going to be a more in-depth conversation of what's important for the residents and their families, and really where our philosophies align.
Do you guys push mutual funds or bonds or purely stocks? What's the focus, I should say, for the two of you?
Sure. I think it really does depend on what the risk tolerance that our clients have. Certainly, everybody is different. Some people are a little more aggressive and risky. Some people are a little more risk averse. But we do offer single name securities, ETFs, mutual funds, and a variety of other investment products. Maybe Nathan could go into a little bit more detail about exactly what that looks like.
Certainly.
Absolutely, yeah. So Daniel really nailed it. We do offer a variety of solutions to try and meet our clients' needs. It's ultimately about having a conversation about what their goals are, trying to understand that, and putting the best portfolio together for them. A conversation that we've been having a lot, and it really relates to why John Lockhart was here a few months back, is the interest rate environment. So the Federal Reserve is raising interest rates, but for the past few years, with interest rates being so low, a lot of my clients currently are retired. Traditionally, those folks would like to be in bonds, and they'd like some stability, and they'd like some good income, hopefully tax-free income here in Virginia.
That helps.
That does help. That absolutely helps. So, but it's a very tough landscape right now.
Right.
And if you are getting good income from your bonds currently, you may be taking on some risk that you're not aware of. So our goal is really to educate everyone who's willing and interested, and it's knowledge is the power there. If we can identify the risks, we just want to share them with you. If you like what you hear, you'd love to work with us, we'd love to work with you. But certainly, maybe it encourages you to have a conversation with your current advisor to make sure that they are protecting you.
Precisely.
So you don't make any guarantees about return on investment?
Sadly, we do not. And if someone does guarantee you on returns
Yes.
on investment, be aware that might be a red flag.
So it's not a Madoff situation?
That's right.
Not a Madoff situation.
Very
Yes.
good. Very good. What else does the bank do for us? What does PNC do for Green Spring and for the residents? And why are there 2 branches here?
Sure. Well, I think really what our main goal is to make banking as easy and convenient as possible, which is why there are 2 branches here. I think many of the residents live either in the town center location or in Hunter's Crossing. So, trying to make that commute, so to speak, as easy as possible for our clients that maybe you're not as mobile as some of our other clients is pretty key. What I would say is, if you've not been down to the branch, please go down, meet the staff there. They're absolutely lovely. In fact, we just hired a new manager. His name's Stephen Polly. Unfortunately, he could not be here today, but he certainly passes on his well wishes to all of our residents and encourages you to stop by and get to know him. He's a phenomenal resource that we have here at the bank.
Okay. With the 2 branches, Stephen's over both of the branches here?
He is. He covers both branches. So you'll see him at both Town Center as well as Hunter's Crossing.
And there are, 2 tellers in each branch?
I think there are 2 tellers at each branch, and I think what they're trying to do is have a banker at each branch as well. So, from time to time, it does get a little busy, maybe around 11 to 12. The lunch crowd does show up. And then, I'd say from maybe 3 to 4, you start to get the dinner crowd coming in as well. So stop on by anytime. We're open from 9 to 4.
Oh, from 9 to 4. So you don't close at 3 o'clock?
We do not, no.
Oh.
In fact, we're open on Saturdays now as well.
From?
So, I believe that's from 9 to 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, all right. Very good. With the monies that residents have at PNC, and they can go to any branch they want to with PNC, right?
Absolutely.
Throughout the area. How big an area does PNC cover?
We're predominantly on the East Coast. However, we're starting to move a little past the Mississippi into the Midwest. We're what's known as a super regional bank. So
Okay.
I like to say that we're large enough to take care of all of our clients' needs, but we're not within the big 4 of banks that are really hampered by regulation.
Okay.
So I think it's Wall Street meets Main Street.
What are the big 4?
The big 4 are Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, as well as Citibank.
Oh, okay. All right. I had never heard, so I was just...
Sure, no. Well, it's a little banking lingo, I suppose.
Okay. But you're saying that you're big, but you're not too big.
We have all the capabilities that the big banks have.
Okay.
I think we just offer more of a local presence, and it allows us to really treat our clients one-on-one versus, I think, when you get too big, as some of these big banks have experienced, you do get into a more strict regulatory environment, and I think that does hamper the customer experience.
Okay. So you do mortgages, you do loans?
Yeah, we have all the capabilities of a bank. So we do mortgages, we do loans, we do investments. We have, we certainly have our brokerage division that helps out with annuities as well as other products as well. 529 plans for all you grandparents out there that want to start planning for your grandchildren's college education. All the services that you would typically expect.
Okay. You mentioned having a banker in each of the branches. You have the tellers, and you're working toward having a banker. What does that mean?
So the tellers, I like to think of them as they're certainly wonderful, and they do a lot for our clients, but they're a little more transactionary. So we want to make sure that if there's a more complex conversation to be had, and perhaps the branch manager's not there, or myself or Nathan's not present, the banker will be able to facilitate that conversation and really get you and navigate you to the right partner within the branch that can help you meet the need.
So a banker is not a manager.
Not a manager, no.
Okay.
However, the managers are bankers. So.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a pop quiz later.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But but what I'm hearing you say is the tellers are the ones that really interact with the residents, and they're the ones that let us know what's going on with everything.
Yeah, they want to make sure that they're handling your deposits, your withdrawals. They want to make sure if there's anything in terms of account administration,
Right.
if we're transferring funds, anything like that. That's really strictly more transactionary. They're going to be handling and taking care of for you.
Good. Well, we've about run out of time, and we greatly appreciate you guys being here, and we certainly hope that PNC stays with us for a while.
We plan on it.
Yeah, you've been here for 17 years, I understand.
We've been here for quite some time. You're absolutely right.
So, we look forward to continuing the relationship and keep making money for us. Okay.
Oh, that's
Absolutely.
the plan. And
Absolutely.
Everybody, please come out on the 18th of July from 1 to 4 at our town center location. Nathan and I would love to meet you and really see how we can better serve your relationships going forward at the bank.
Very good. Thanks again. Pleasure to meet both of you.
Clint,
Thanks
the
very
pleasure's
much.
all ours.
Okay. Take care.
Thank you.
Don't go away, folks. We have a roll-in coming on with Eye on Green Spring, and then we'll be back talking about the Northern Virginia Senior Olympics.